fellow Star Trek fans and random Transformers fans, to my channel, Sam of SG1, and I will be doing, as per usual, a Star Trek official Starships collection review. Yes, did you notice I mixed that up a bit? Yeah, and before I get started, excuse me if I cough myself to death, sorry about the lighting, my curtains there. I'm not masking the light, I thought they should. And because we're into autumn now, we're in October the 19th, and it's Destination Star Trek, and sadly I can't be there. Really wanted to go, but just couldn't afford it, simple as. So anybody, those of you who are going, have fun, and please, 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 bring me back a Glen. USS Glen, that would be very nice, thank you. Anyway, yeah, so as per the light, it is October, the sun is slightly lower in the sky at this time in the afternoon, and we've got a bit of glare. I will try and minimise that as often as I can, but I think you can, more or less, if I sit like that, I think you'd be alright. So yes, we are going to be doing Official Starship Collection Review, issue number 129, the Tholian Web Spinner, or in this case, the Tholian Starship, 2268. So, and as per usual, nice glossy magazine. Let's see if I can get the sun out of there. No, just too bright, isn't it? Nice glossy magazine. And the ship itself, but more on that soon. So, we'll get cracking on, shall we? Specification. Operated by the Tholian Assembly, active 23rd century, length 15 metres, crew 1. Captain Commander Loskeen. Weaponry, particle beam emitters, Tholian Web. Got some lovely images of the Tholian Web Spinner there. It's really cool. Tholian Starship of the 23rd century was highly unusual looking vessel that resembled the tip of a spear and did not appear to have separate elements such as a command centre, warp nacelles, or indeed any parts that normally made the components of a starship. It was nevertheless capable of warp speed and possessed powerful weapons. Scans taken of the Tholian ship in 2021-52 by Enterprise and XO1 revealed the interior environmental conditions were set more than 200 degrees C, so that's pretty warm then. The Tholian Starship seen in 2268 was operated by Commander Loskeen. He, like all Tholians, was non-humanoid and as the face appeared to ripple and change colour. This was probably because the Tholians required incredible hot environments to be comfortable, and was shimmering effect was down to the heat aboard his ship. And then we've got some really cool images of the Tholian Web episode. Also features the Defiant, which we have, and I reviewed a while back. So we've got Chekhov going crazy, the Enterprise caught in the web, and Kirk floating through space, sort of in between dimensions there. After beaming aboard the USS Defiant, NCC-1764, Captain Kirk became trapped in the interphasic region of space. Our universe coexists with multitude of others, in some physical area. But they are obvious to another. However, in an area of interphasic space, two universes overlap and briefly become aware of each other. The Defiant eventually slipped through into the other universe, but Kirk phased back into our universe and was rescued. And I've got some specification there, which is really nice, really nice, really nice, really nice. The Defiant took a ghostly appearance when it became trapped in the interphasic rift. It was phasing into the mirror universe after answering a distress call sent from the mirror Tholians. Remaining weary. Relations between the Federation and Tholian continued to be fought well into the 24th century. Starfleet Academy included battle simulations with Tholian starships as late as 2355 for their cadets. The sparsity of contact with the Tholians means that trade with them was scarce. This led to some Tholian products being in very short supply, such as Tholian silk, which was highly prized and extremely valuable. No Tholians were ever seen on screen in the 24th century, but they were mentioned several times on Deep Space Nine. It was also known that a Tholian observer was killed at Antwerp conference in 2372 when the Federation and the Romulans met to discuss the growing threat possessed by the Dominion. And then we've got designing the Tholians, and I always love this section. Great image there from the episode. Starship got the Smithsonian, that's cool. So yeah. Oh, we've got them really awful. One thing I don't like is those spacesuits. They are really awful. One of the silver lame spacesuits from the Tholian Web was on display at the Smithsonian exhibit. These costumes were not ready when filming the episode. It was due to start the fact that the suits featured no zippers and meant the actors had to be sewn into them, which further destroyed the filming schedule, which had to become when they had to take a bathroom break. Then we've got more things going on about the original series there at the Smithsonian, including the Starship Enterprise there. It's a black and white image. Some of the costumes and stuff that were there. There was a reuse of the Tholian ship, which was Dr. Severin's ship, which I believe is different in TOS Remastered. And then we got on screen First appearance Tholian Web, designed by John Eaves and updated by Mike Okuda. John Eaves. Tholian Web was written by two first-time screenwriters, Judy Burns and Chet Richard, who were there only in their early 20s when they sold the script. Burns was a fan of the show and decided to write an episode because he had heard that they paid $2,500 for a script, and that was the exact amount she needed to go to Africa to work with anthropologist Louis Leakey. Burns went to have a very successful career as a TV writer, working on shows as Mission Impossible, $6 Million Man, DJ Hooker, and MacGyver. Actress Barbara Badcock provided the voice of Loskeen, the Tholian in the episode. She lent her voice to other characters in the show, such as Trellen's mother in Squire of Gothos. She appeared in front of the camera as Maya 3 in the episode of Taste of Armageddon, and was Falana in Plato's Stepchildren, which is an awful episode. There's some debate whether the Tholian Web won an Emmy for its optical effects. Certainly Mark Crushman's excellent book, These Are the Voyages, about the original series, states that they did win, but the ceremony was not televised, which led to the confusion. And then we've got the thingy there, the Tholian Web. So, yes, very good, very good, very good. Now, onto the ship itself. And I have to say, very fucking cool. I've always liked the Tholians. The design's very, very, very weird. Very weird, unusual, very awesome. And we've got clear plastic running through there. So that window is good for something. And I don't think this camera's going to pick it out very well. But it's got like a little grill on it. Yeah, you can hear it there. But some really nice detail going through this thing. Oh, it's just wonderful. But it's also very sparse in detail as well. But that adds to the alienness of the Tholians. Yeah, that's really cool. Really, really cool. There's not a lot to be said about it, really. Should you get this? Yes, you fucking should. You should be buying this. This is really cool. If you're a fan of the original series, there's none more iconic images than the Tholian Web. And I believe this might actually be in scale with this. This is the ISS Enterprise, but this is the Diamond Select one. So I think they might actually be within scale with each other. So that's pretty cool. So you can, you know, all that sort of good stuff. It's pretty cool. So if you've got one of those, might not get a couple of these, and then sort of string some Tholian Web between them. It'll be quite cool. But yeah, like I said, there's not a lot of detail on this, but then again, it says in the magazine there's not supposed to be a lot of detail on it, and that adds to the alienness of them. And I've just noticed there's a blob of glue just there. I'm not sure if I can live with that, it's fine. But yeah, really nice, really cool. I like it. I likes it a lot. And we get the stand as usual, and oh, fucking hell, falling apart there. And it says on the bottom, Tholian Web Spinner. Yeah, like I said, Tholian Web Spinner, but it keeps saying Tholian Starship on the thingy. So, it fits on the stand, rather snugly, well, a little bit loose, but some clear nail varnish will clear that up. And there it is, on the stand. If you're a fan of the original series, you must pick this up. If you've, well, like me, I'm a completionist. I want everything. Because I am that kind of completionist. I can't have a gap, you know. So, although I'm still looking for my shuttles, I still need set 2 and set 3, and then now there's a set 4 coming. And at Destination Starship, they've announced new ships as well, which I'll get into now. Finally they've shown prototype images of the Enterprise F and the Bonaventura. Yes, please. But the new ships they've announced are the Merchantman, finally. The Gomtu, or Tin Man, from the episode Tin Man, which another one I've been waiting for a long time, because it's a great episode as well. And one of my absolute favourites, which I've been gunning for since this thing started, is the Promelian Battlecruiser. Oh, we're getting one, yes, and it looks awesome. And now we've got that, I want Tamarian vessel, you know, from Darmok. I want that one. So, also they're doing an XL Enterprise 1701 from Discovery, and hell's fucking yes, please, because that's how you do a redesign of that. That's how you do a redesign. And actually, the new Starfleet ship, and I can't remember what they call it. Is it the Fauna Cell one? That looks really cool, actually. I'm going to get that one. The Vulcan ship, but that other Federation ship, yes. Yeah, looks good. So that's me. That's this review. Please like, share and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Tell you when I've got new content out. And please check out my playlist of Star Trek Official Starships Collection, and any other video that tickles your fancy. But there should be a box round about here. And would you be a dear and donate to my Patreon? It's just here. It keeps the lights on at Chateau Soundwave SG1. And I can start bringing you bigger and better stuff. And yeah, hell's yeah. So that's me. That's this vessel. That's this review. And I will catch you all next time. Bye for now.